Hello everyone and welcome to our bilingual story time today with the Putnam County District Library. Hola a todos y bienvenidos a nuestra hora de cuentos bilingüe con la Putnam County District Library. Today we are going to be learning about this animal. Hoy vamos a aprender sobre este animal. ¿Qué animal es? What animal is this? Bark, 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 bark. Animal makes that sound. ¿Qué animal hace ese sonido? Bark, 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 bark. A chicken, right? In this case, a hen, una gallina. We are going to be learning about chickens. We're going to begin with a rhyme. Vamos a comenzar con una rima que va así, that goes like this. 1, 2, 3 little chickens. Can you count my fingers? 1, 2, 3 little chickens. Dear little downy things, cuddling away from every danger under their mother's wing. See, my little chickies are hidden under my wing. Peep, peep, when the baby's sleepy, this is the song she sings. Sleep, 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 little chicks sleep in the night. Okay, let's do it together. La intentamos juntos. 1, 2, 3 little chickens. You have your 3 chickens, 3 fingers. Dear little downy things. What's downy mean? Does anyone know? What's downy? It means like soft and feathery. Okay, so dear little downy things are so cute, soft, cuddling away from every danger. Hide them underneath your arm. Under their mother's wing. Peep, peep, when the baby's sleepy. What sound do they make as babies? Peep, 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 little chicks. Peep, peep, peep. When the baby's sleepy, this is the song she sings. Sleep, 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 little chicks. Little chicks sleep in the night. Okay, it's time for our story. Es el momento del cuento. ¿Estamos listos? Are we ready for our story? See? Are we ready? Okay, very good. This story is called The Little Red Hen. A little red hen lived in a barnyard. She spent almost all of her time walking about the barnyard in her pickety-peckety fashion, scratching everywhere for worms. Una gallinita roja vivía en una granja. Pasó el tiempo buscando los gusanos. She dearly loved fat, delicious worms and felt that they were absolutely necessary to the health of her children. See, there's her little babies. As often as she found a worm, she would call chick, chick, chick to her chickies. A ella le encantaba los gusanos y creía que eran necesarios para la salud de sus niños. Cuando encontró un gusano, gritaba chuc, chuc, chuc a los pollitos para que puedan comer. When they were gathered about her, she would distribute choice morsels of her tidbit. A busy little body was she. A cat usually napped. Can you see the cat? There he is. A cat usually napped lazily in the barn door, not even bothering herself to scare the rat, who ran here and there as he pleased. Cuando estaban alrededor de ella, les daba a los pollitos para comer. Ella estaba ocupada. She was busy. Estaba ocupada. Mientras dormía un gato en la puerta. Un gato perezoso. And as for the pig who lived in the sty, he did not care what happened, so long as he could eat and grow fat. So here is our rat, who runs here and there. Había una rata sin miedo corriendo por el granero. También había un cerdo muy gordo que no hacía nada. Aquí está la rata. One day, the little red hen found a seed. It was a wheat seed, but the little red hen was so accustomed to bugs and worms that she supposed this to be some new and perhaps very delicious kind of meat. She bit into it gently and found it resembled a worm in no way whatsoever. as to taste, although because it was long and slender, a little red hen might be easily fooled by its appearance. Un día la gallinita roja encontró una semilla de trigo. No la conocía, entonces ella la mordió, y no fue gusano, aunque lo parecía. Carrying it about, she made many inquiries as to what it might be. She found it was a wheat seed, and that if planted, it would grow up, and when ripe, it could be made into flour and then into bread. La llevaba por la granja pidiendo identificación. Descubrió que era semilla de trigo. Decidió a plantarla, pero no tenía tiempo para eso. When she discovered that she knew it ought to be planted, she was so busy hunting food for herself and her family that naturally she thought she ought not to take time to plant it. She was too busy. She did not have time to plant that seed. So she called, "Who will plant the seed?" See, there she is. "Who will plant the seed?" But the pig said, "Not I." Can you say, "Not I"? And the cat said, "Not I." And the rat said, "Not I." Entonces ella gritó, "¿Quién va a plantar la semilla?" Pero el cerdo dijo, "Yo no." Y el gato dijo, "Yo no." Y la rata dijo, "No, yo no." So nobody wants to help her plant the seed. Not I, yo no. "Well then," said the little red hen, "I will." See, there she is. And she did. Pues, dijo ella, "Yo sí," y la plantó. She planted the seed, y la plantó. Then she went on with her daily duties through the long summer days, scratching for worms and feeding her chicks, while the pig grew fat, and the cat grew fat, and the rat grew fat, and the wheat grew tall and ready for harvest. Y después hizo sus quehaceres mientras todos los otros animales crecían más gordos y la planta crecía más alta. So one day, the little red hen chanced to notice how large the wheat was and that the grain was ripe. So she ran about calling briskly, "Who will cut the wheat?" The pig said, "Not I." The cat said, "Not I." And the rat said, "What? What did the rat say?" "Not I." Nobody wants to help her. Un día llegó en que ella se dio cuenta en el tamaño del trigo. Ella gritó, "¿Quién va a cortar el trigo?" El cerdo dijo, "Yo no." El gato dijo, "Yo no." Y la rata dijo, "Yo no." Pues, dijo ella, "Yo sí." Y lo hizo. "Well then," said the little red hen, "I will." And so she did. She got the sickle from among the farmer's tools in the barn and proceeded to cut off all of the big plant of wheat. On the ground lay the nicely cut wheat ready to be gathered and threshed, but the newest and yellowest and downiest of Mrs. Hen's chicks set up a peep, peep, peeping in their most vigorous fashion, proclaiming to the world at large, but most particularly to their mother, that she was neglecting them. Oh, they make her feel bad. Ella tomó la hoz y cortó el trigo. Estaba listo para la trilladora. Sus hijos comenzaron a gritar que ella les olvidaba con sus peeps, peeps, peeps. Poor little red hen. She felt bewildered and hardly knew where to turn. Her attention was sorely divided between her duty to her children and her duty to the wheat, for which she felt responsible. So again, in a very hopeful tone, she called out, "Who will thresh the wheat?" But the pig, with a grunt, said, "Not I." And the cat, with a meow, said, "Not I." And the rat with the squeak said, "Not I." So the little red hen, looking rather discouraged, said, "Well, I will then." And she did. Of course, she had to feed her babies first, though, and when she had gotten them all to sleep for their afternoon nap, she went out and threshed the wheat. La pobre gallinita roja no sabía qué hacer. Otra vez gritó, "¿Quién va a triar el trigo?" Pero el cerdo dijo, ¿qué? ¿Qué dijo? "Yo no." Y el gato dijo, "Yo no." Y la rata dijo, "Yo no." La gallinita dijo, "Yo sí", pero se sentía desanimada. Pero primero ella alimentó a sus hijos. So she went out and threshed the wheat. Then she called out, "Who will carry the wheat to the mill to be ground?" Turning their backs with snippy glee, the pig said, "Not I." What did the cat say? The cat said, "Not I." And the rat said, "Not I." There's the cat saying, "Not me, not I, doing it." Después ella trilló el trigo. Cuando terminó, ella gritó, "¿Quién llevará el trigo al molino?" El cerdo dijo, "Yo no." Y el gato dijo, "Yo no." Y la rata dijo, "Yo no." Nobody. Nadie quiere ayudarla. So the good little red hen could do nothing but say, "I will then." And she did. Carrying the sack of wheat, she trudged off to the distant mill. There she ordered the wheat ground into beautiful white flour. When the miller brought her the flour, she walked slowly back all the way to her own barnyard in her pickety-peckety fashion. Pues, dijo ella, yo sí. ¿Qué podía hacer? Llevando la bolsa del trigo, ella fue al molino. Pidió harina y regresó a la granja con el producto hermoso blanco. She was not in the habit of baking bread, although of course anyone can make it if he or she follows the recipe with care. And she knew perfectly well that she could do it if necessary. So after her children were fed and made sweet and fresh for the day, she hunted up the pig, the cat, and the rat. Still confident that they would surely help her someday, she sang out, "Who will make the bread?" Ella no hizo pan antes, pero podía seguir la receta. Después de alimentar a los niños, buscaba sus vecinos. Gritó, "¿Quién va a hacer el pan?" Alas for the little red hen. Once more her hopes were dashed, for the pig said, "Not I." The cat said, "What? Not I." And the rat said, "What? Not I." La pobre gallinita, otra vez ella escuchó el cerdo decir, "Yo no." Y el gato dijo, "Yo no." Y la rata dijo, "Yo no." So the little red hen said once more, "I will then." And she did. Entonces otra vez ella dijo, "Pues yo sí." Last, the great moment arrived. A delicious odor was wafted up the autumn breeze. Everywhere the barnyard citizens sniffed the air with delight. Por fin el momento llegó. Un olor delicioso venía desde el horno. Todos los ciudadanos de la granja olieron con placer. Although she appeared to be perfectly calm, in reality, the little red hen could only with difficulty restrain an impulse to dance and sing. For had she not done all the work on this wonderful bread? Aunque ella parecía tranquila, la gallinita quería bailar y cantar. Ella hizo todo para el pan y estaba la más emocionada en la granja. She did not know if the bread would be good or not. But joy of joys, when the lovely brown loaves came out of the oven, they were done to perfection. No sabía cómo saldría el pan, pero qué felicidad cuando salieron del horno fueran perfectos. Then, probably because she had acquired the habit, the red hen called, "Who will eat the bread?" So she is in the habit of asking. All the animals in the barnyard were watching hungrily and smacking their lips in anticipation. And the pig said, "I will." And the cat said, "I will." And the rat said, "I will." Todos los animales esperaban estas palabras y el cerdo dijo, "Yo sí." Oh, I forgot one. Por costumbre, ella gritó, "¿Quién comerá el pan?" She asks who will eat the bread. So, todos los animales esperaban estas palabras y el cerdo dijo, "Yo sí." Y el gato dijo, "Yo sí." Y la rata dijo, "Yo sí." But the little red hen said, "No, you won't. I will." And she did. Pero la gallinita roja dijo firmemente, "Ustedes no, yo sí." Y lo hizo. El fin. She ate the bread after all of her hard work. Okay, thank you for watching. Gracias por mirar. Adios, mis amigos. Goodbye, my friends.